Hello, darkness, my old friend. Hey guys, so I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking to you about some Shaddoll combos that you can be doing. These are a couple more niche combos that you should be able to know if you were to play actual Shaddolls. This won't come up as much if you're playing invoked Shaddoll Dogmatica, because they don't play some of the cards I play. Mostly because of space. But if you're playing a more pure build of Shaddoll, like just Shaddoll Dogmatica or just pure Shaddoll in general, you should be able to play these combos pretty darn easily. I really like these combos. I use these combos quite often, actually, just in general. So without further ado, let's get on to the deck profile. Okay, so here is the deck profile for you. This is my actual personal build right now. It's still in the work in progress, but I honestly like it a real lot. It's pretty consistent, and I know some of you are going to be like, whoa, he's playing Poly. This is a really bad YouTube deck. Unironically, I play Poly because it's a really good card. That's all I have to say about that. I'm not playing Invoked, so I need something to add consistency, and it's a pretty solid card. So as you can see, I'm playing triple Nibiru, triple Ash as my hand traps for the lineup. I am playing 41 cards because I just couldn't cut something down to 2, so it's just how it is. As you can see, I'm playing the Dogmatica package, but I am only playing Ecclesia and Fleur because Punishment is a bad card, honestly. For my Shaddoll lineup, I play 14 Shaddolls. That's because I'm playing a more pure build. As you can see, I'm basically playing pure Shaddoll with a small Dogmatica engine. Sinister Shadow Games adds consistency and disruption. I'll show you guys later how Sinister Shadow Games actually helps you. It's a really good card, and it's just free plussing, honestly. This deck can outgrind pretty much anything in the format right now and have no problem with it. The only thing I might change is getting a third app cologne, but even then it doesn't come out that often. As you can see, I play triple Shafu, triple L Shafu, and triple super poly with 2 regular polys. That's 11 fusions, and that's a pretty good solid number for fusions. You want to see 1 or 2 at minimum, and honestly, regular poly is just any regular fusion spell, and you don't always need it. You can always discard it off of one of your things like App Cologne and still be fine. If you guys have any actual questions about the ratios down below, I can tell you in the comments. I worked very hard on this. I've been working all format on getting a Shaddoll build that I like that didn't use Invoked. So it's been working pretty nice. The side deck I'm not going to explain. The extra deck is pretty self-explanatory. If you can tell, I'm playing 3 different attributes that people don't usually play, and that's because we like to be able to chain Schism for Grista when they try to negate your Ash. With Called by the Grave. There's a bunch of little niche things that can happen that you can do. Actually, Wendigo is really good. I got this idea from a friend and the OCG because Battle Butler exists, and so does Tri-Brigade, which is getting more support next week and is going to be even more popular, so the Windlock is broken. Shekanaga is good against the Earth matchup like Zodiac. There's not much else, but he has some niche little text, like little things as well, at where he forces a negate you, which you'll see in a little bit. But anyways, let's get on to the replays. Okay, so for this first combo, it's going to use 2 cards only, Shaddoll Fusion and Nadir Servant, and we have to assume that the opponent has a monster on their board that's summoned from the extra deck for this combo to work. Otherwise, you'll need 2 Shaddoll monsters in hand. So, well, just 2 monsters in general. One of them has to be a Shaddoll. So first off, we are going to activate Shaddoll Fusion. We are going to send Squamata and Wendy summon App Cologne. Wow, this is a pretty common thing you actually see. So chain 1 is going to be Wendy, chain 2 is going to Squamata, and chain 3 is App Cologne targeting their extra deck monster. This forces negates like things like Dryden, Makaba, Augites, the opponent's negations, just in general. And it gets our stuff that is being searched chain blocked, so they can't negate those. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to summon Dragon off of Wendy. This can be Dragon, this can be Hollow, which is a new card that actually works just as well in this scenario. You can do Beast if you really want to. Literally, the sky's the limit. If you want another fusion spell, you can do Hedgehog. We're going to set that, and then we're going to send Shaddoll Hound. Shaddoll Hound is my favorite Shaddoll lately. This card is basically turning any flip effect to a quick effect on your turn, or even your opponent's turn. It's really good. So we are going to activate Hound, flip the dragon, and we're going to bounce the extra deck monster, or whatever else is on their field. It just says target one card your opponent controls and return it to the hand. So it doesn't even matter. It could be a set for all I care. Like, that's really good. If you set Hollow, you can banish one of their monsters and get one of your fusion back from your graveyard. You can do so many things. You can get 2 draws off Beast. I do that all the time, and it's ridiculous turn 1. Then we're going to go into Gravity Controller using App Cologne. App Cologne's going to activate. We're going to get Schism to hand, and then we are just going to pitch it. We're going to use Nadir Servant. Nadir Servant is going to pitch Construct. This gets our light targets live, so if we need to use Construct during their turn, use Schism during their turn for a light, depending on what we face, this will be what you are able to summon. We are going to add Ecclesia, and we're going to add Schism back to hand because we just sent that. This combo only requires 2 cards, by the way. We don't need anything else in hand to make this combo work, as you can see, unless they have Disruption. But now we can go into Ecclesia, add Fleur, and Fleur's already live, so if you need to OTK, you can. Right here is 7,900 damage when they have no monsters on board. That is 100 away from being game, and you have 3 more cards in hand, 4 if you are going second. Just think about that. You have 4 more cards in hand if you are going second. You can easily normal summon still. You haven't normal summoned yet either. So, I just want to say, this is kind of broken. You guys see my point, right? We have Schism for follow-up, and that's just game right there. If we have any more monsters and they have nothing else, that's game. You win. Okay, so for this combo, we are going to be playing 3 cards. We have Nadir Servant, Wendy, and Sinister Shadow Games. This is where I was talking about Sinister Shadow Games. It's really nice. You don't even need Shaddoll fusion or any fusion at all to go off still. You just need Nadir Servant, a Shaddoll, and that card. So first we're going to activate Nadir. We're going to send App Cologne, and we are going to add Ecclesia to hand. We are going to use App Cologne's effect to search for Schism. And after Schism, we are going to pitch Wendy. Wendy's going to activate, and we are going to set Hell Shaddoll Hollow. Hollow is a really good card. If you haven't read him yet, you should really read him. He's really nice removal and disruption. Now we are going to summon Ecclesia, search for Fleur, and we are going to set to pass. So right here, we are plus, we went +2 this turn. That's just this turn, okay? We went +2 in card advantage over F from 3 cards total. Now, during our opponent's turn, we are going to have 1 disruption. Oh, we have a total of 2 disruptions plus a fusion, which is going to be most likely Window. So 3 disruptions total. We are going to use Sinister Shadow Games, send Squamata, and we are going to flip our Void. Depending on what we have on our opponent's side of the field to banish, we banish that attribute accordingly. We just don't play the Water Shaddoll fusion, which is because it's not great. Squamata is going to trigger in chain with Void and send Shaddoll fusion, and that is because we are going to send whatever fusion, and we are going to recur Shaddoll fusion to hand right there. That's ridiculously nice. That's a free search for a Shaddoll fusion right off of Sinister Shadow Games. It's great. And now we are able to use Shaddoll Schism, banish 2, which is including the one we just sent, and summon Winda. And we have Flirt in hand still. We have a total of 6 cards on board off of 3 cards, and we usually end your opponent's turn after that. Unless they have a godlike hand, that ends their turn. Okay, so for the third combo we're going to have is 1 extra deck monster on my opponent's field, summoned from the extra deck, Shaddoll fusion plus Hedgehog. You can't really replace this combo. Actually, Hedgehog can be any other Shaddoll that isn't Genius, but otherwise you can't really replace this combo. Hedgehog is also preferred in this combo. So what we're going to do is activate Shaddoll fusion. Obviously, we're going to send Genius and Squamata to summon Shekanaga. This is a board break sort of little thing, and to force negations. So we're going to chain 1 Squamata, chain 2 Genius. We're going to pretend this Wendigo activates. When she activates, we get to chain Shekinaga since it was a monster special summon from the extra deck, and they're activating their effect, and we have a Hedgehog in hand, which is why we need Hedgehog. This forces the negate and kills the fusion. I can't kill it because on book solos it doesn't let you. But then we get to resolve our Squamata, sending Wendy, and then we can add with Hedgehog, Hound. We're going to set Beast, and basically that's the full combo little there. This one was just a small little show how to force a negate with Shaddoll Fusion and Shekinaga, because a lot of people don't realize that Shekinaga has a lot of nice little niche uses that you typically won't see a lot of people use because they don't even play him in the first place a lot. But he has a lot of nice little utility. So for this fourth combo that we have here, we have 3 Shaddoll names. These are all your searchers actually, plus polymerization, which can be any fusion. I use Poly as I showed you in the beginning of this video, but you can really use El Shafu, regular Shafu, which will just get ashed a lot. You can't use Super Poly though, but any other regular fusion you can use. So we're going to start off by using Poly to send both Wendy and Squamata to the grave to summon Apkalone. This is basically the generic start. Wendy's going to go 1, Squamata 2, Apkalone 3, negate herself, and then we are going to summon Ariel off of Wendy, which we also send reincarnation to the graveyard off Squamata. Right here we are going to go use Apkalone to summon Gravity Controller, and Apkalone's going to activate to add Schism. The reason why we needed the extra Shaddoll name in hand was because of Apkalone's effect, so we could pitch it to the graveyard and go plus, basically. Hedgehog actually is a really nice card because you can play more than 1 copy. I just play 1 because of space, honestly, but you can add whatever Shaddoll name you want to hand after that. And now you can banish Reincarnation in Squamata, use it to flip Ariel. Ariel's going to summon Squamata, and then you're going to go into Abyss Dweller. The nice thing about this combo is not the fact that it's Abyss Dweller and Abyss Dweller is broken this format. It's the fact that it's a boosted Abyss Dweller because Ariel's a water. So it's at 2200 attack, which is a nice little boost because it's really much harder to beat over it this way. We also have Schism, so basically at the end of this, during my opponent's turn, if just Abyss Dweller isn't enough, we can stun them even further with using Winda or any other stuff that we need. We have 3 names in graveyard. We can either summon Apkalone or Winda, or even Wendigo if we really needed. But this is a crazy board for this format, so keep that in mind. Okay, so for this final little combo, I'm going to be doing another 3.5 card combo really, but this requires any fusion. I just chose El Shafu for this. Chaos and Squamata. The third one can be Wendy, preferably Wendy. This is just showing a little thing with Chaos and how he can get any extra stuff to your graveyard from your hand, because it's nice sometimes to be able to trigger things when you have multiple things you want to go off and you want to summon Construct instead of Apkalone. So first off, you're going to activate El Shafu, sending Chaos and Squamata, summoning Construct, and then we are going to go Construct 1, Squamata 2, Chaos 3. Chaos is going to send Wendy from hand to the graveyard. We're going to resolve by sending both Schism and Reincarnation to our graveyard. Wendy is going to activate and send... Oh, so yeah, basically you need to have that exact hand for this to work. Wendy's going to summon Ariel, and we are going to do the same idea with banishing Squamata and Reincarnation to flip it and summon out Squamata again and summon Abyss Dweller. Now we're going to use Construct up to be summoning Gravity Controller, and with that we are going to get Schism to hand, and this is basically an alternate combo route for you in case you wanted to summon Dweller turn 1, but you had a slightly different hand. As you can see, there's pretty much only one general way to do it, but you can do it through a slightly different combo route. You have plenty of other options, like, of course, this is a 4-card combo, pretty much, but like you have another card in hand, you have more options if you need it. Dweller plus Winda is sometimes just enough to beat your opponent for a turn, and then you can just go and OTK. If you have like Nadir Servant, it just makes it even more ridiculous of a board. It's just nice. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for our final combo. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, please do make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about these combos. Are they useful to you? Do you think you'll actually try Shaddolls without the invoked? Let me know down there in the comments, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace. Hey guys, I just wanted to say one last thing. If you want to check out one of my more popular videos, that would be the video on the left. And if you want to check out one of my more recent videos, that video will be on the right. I will see you guys soon. Peace.